You know what? He's mad, right? Tell them what you told me about. Where were you the other day and you were talking to young kids about what they wanted to be when they grew up?
That's celebrity football match.
This is terrible.
Yeah,
well, this is where football's going, right?
Yeah, so there was a group of kids and
so set the scene, you were playing where?
At the Emirates.
Okay, and it's on Monday, Bank Holiday Monday.
There was loads of kids there before and you were chatting to them and I thought I'd ask questions. There was about 5 or 6 of them and I just said, when you guys grow up, what do you want to be? And they were like, YouTuber. I was like, really? Not a footballer? They were like, well, yeah, if I'm going to play for one of the top sides like Manchester City or one of the big boys, then yeah, I'd like to be a footballer. But if not, like middle of the road club. One of them used Palace. Even though I like Palace, good club. Palace was the reference they used. They went, if it's someone like Palace, though, I'd rather be a YouTuber.
I mean, that's
and I was like, whoa, really? Because when I was a kid, footballer was everything. To become a footballer was everything.
I mean, there was no YouTube when you were a kid. But...
No, but that was I did. I gave everything to become a footballer. I managed to do it. Nowadays, kids now look at these YouTubers, and I see the way they look at some of these kids, and fair play to these YouTubers because they've had to work hard in their own way to get to the level that they're at, so fair play to them. But the way that these kids now look at those guys, oh my goodness, like they're movie stars. I'm just
wondering, I'm looking at Ryan, who's going to absolutely hate me for saying this. I'm wondering if we can do something from 5 o'clock, right, on the back of this. Because I wonder if there are kids out there that are exactly as you are saying, that don't want to be a footballer. Because where will football be? We're talking about weakening the League Cup or even getting rid of it. You're talking about kids coming through now. All the money's in YouTube. They don't want to play for a middle-of-the-road Premier League club, which is absolutely bonkers. How could this affect football in 10, 15 years?
It's just the way the world's going. It will be interesting to see about the amount of kids coming through. But as they said there, the way that, honestly, Andy, the way that these kids, some of them look at the YouTubers now. Yeah. Because my kids love that world. That's them. Every single day, coming from school, they're on it. In the mornings, while they're eating their breakfast, they're watching YouTube. That wasn't me. When I was a kid, I had no idea when I got to this event who some of these guys are. And that's just not what I do. If there had been other footballers there, I'd be like, oh, that's so-and-so, that's him. Yeah. But these kids look at these YouTubers like, honestly, like we're looking at like Tom Cruise or Will Smith or Denzel, something like that. Did
you see, apparently, at the Man United after
IShowSpeed.
What's his name?
IShowSpeed. It's massive. YouTuber.
So Garnacho apparently invited him there, and he was there doing a backflip. And supposedly a few of the Man United players or people connected to the club weren't happy that a YouTuber was there. I mean, I know that's where the world's going, but I thought that was terrible. Did you see that clip of him standing up at Wembley and having a pop at other people?
Mate, he's been on Sky with the panel.
I mean, that's terrible.
Remember, he's there with Ronaldo. He was there at Messi's first game.
Are you serious?
Yeah, don't you remember that? He was sitting with, I think, Messi's family for his first game for Inter Miami when he scored the free kick and he whipped his shirt off. He's massive, IShowSpeed. My kids love him. Love him. KSI is obviously the one from this country that we all look at and go...
Oh, where's IShowSpeed from?
America.
And his name is IShowSpeed.
Yeah, I mean, he's funny. He's funny.
Is he funny?
Yeah, he's funny. But KSI, he's the one from this country.
So you'll get kids watching him and Garnacho together, and they'll be going, I want to be like IShowSpeed rather than Garnacho.
100%. Maybe not Garnacho because he's at United, a huge club.
Yeah.
But...
All right, I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll put the number out now, so maybe we can take a couple of calls when we come back. If you are 15, 16, 17, and you would rather be a YouTuber than a footballer, right? We won't, by the way, I won't hammer you. I'm just curious, right? Phone up. I'm certainly not going to go after you if you're 15 or 16 or whatever, but I'm just curious. I'd like to hear from you, right? Yeah. Because predominantly, if you're a talkSPORT listener, you're not 15. You're more sort of 35. Yeah. So it's very rare that we get the opportunity to speak to kids coming through in the game, either that want to be successful footballers or YouTubers. So if that's you, 03717223344. Let's speak to Davey. Davey might be the dad or actually the child in question. Hello, Davey.
Hey, Andy, how are you?
I'm good. I'm very well. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
So I'm guessing you're obviously the dad.
I am.
Okay. How old is your son?
Andrew is 9.
He's 9. Is he with you in the car?
He's in the car beside me.
Okay. I'll talk to you first, then I'll have a quick word with him. So it says on my screen that your son would rather be a footballer than a YouTuber.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Does your son spend a lot of time on social media? My kids do, by the way. It's awful.
YouTube, yes. No others, really. But, yeah, he does love YouTube.
Okay. Does he watch a lot of football? Benty was saying that his boy of 10
doesn't
hardly watches football.
No, Andrew watches every game he can.
Oh, he does? Okay. Who does he want to play for, Davey?
Who do you like to play for, Andrew?
Rangers. Okay. Can we have a word with him?
Absolutely.
Hello, Andrew.
Hi.
Firstly, what a great name you've got.
Thank you.
That's okay. So you want to be a footballer rather than a YouTuber? Okay. Do you watch a lot of YouTube? Do you have a favourite YouTuber?
No, not really.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do all your friends want to be footballers?
Yeah.
Good. Okay, well, listen, that's good.
Yeah.
That's one for the footballer.
Yeah.
Thanks for your call, guys. Thanks, Davey. Thanks, Andy.
Thanks, guys. Have a good evening.
That's nice to hear.
Yeah.
Right?
But as he said that he watches, Davey was saying his son watches everything, any football game he can watch.
Do you think that's unusual?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
I think it's unusual.
It is now, it is.
Someone put up here, no wonder the kids watch YouTube instead of football because Sky and TNT and the rest is paid for, whereas YouTube is free. I used to watch Arsenal in the Champions League on ITV. Now I have to pay.
But there's going to be an element to that, and also to start a YouTube channel is free. So when you start it up and you got your channel, listen, I'm under no illusions that some of these superstars that are on YouTube now, and fair play to them, would have had to go through tough times, and it'd be hard. And I'm sure at times they've gone, do you know what? I've had enough of this. It's not going anywhere. I'm going to give up. And they've gone, no, I ain't giving up. I'll keep going. So I think there's an element to you where you've got to show them respect for that.
Let me ask you this question. This is a horrible question, right? The attention span of young kids is awful, right? I don't know what the whole country's like, but people I know, my own kids, your kids, right? It's terrible. Now, we've seen lots of sports have to change their sport. Snooker shootout to make it quicker. Cricket, the T20. Do you think there'll ever be a time, maybe in 10, 15 years, where the next generation of kids coming through, their attention span is so short that they will change the length of a football match?
No chance. No.
You're smiling at me.
No chance.
But
I just think...
I took my daughter and my mate and his daughter to the Women's FA Cup final, and they had such a problem sitting there without their phone in the hand.
Oh, 100%. I've seen it before. I've seen that.
That's terrible.
Yeah, but I don't think they'll ever... Football, no, not the length of a game. But
generations? 10, 15 years' time?
No, I can't see it. But you look at the state of cricket. I know a lot of cricketers. Test cricket now, you'll never ever get a young player, unless you're obsessed with cricket and you want to be a cricketer, the casual won't watch a test match. A young kid, no chance. Even the ODIs, which I love, that's my favourite ODIs, I think they're starting to go a little bit. It's all about 2020. Like the short format cricket.
Get it over quickly.
Get over quickly, bang. What's the next thing we can watch?
Yeah. It's nuts. Let's take some more calls. By the way, I'm led to believe that everyone in front of me would rather be a footballer than a YouTuber. So we'll speak to them. But if you're the opposite, you'll come on next. If you are a young kid, you can be 19 if you want. I'm just curious. I want to hear from under 20, the youth of today, if you'd rather be a YouTuber than a professional athlete. Simon is a Liverpool fan. Hello, Simon.
How you doing, all right?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Okay.
Nice to speak to you both.
And thank you.
I've got two in the car. I've got my son Roman and his friend Harry. We've been on a cricket tour in Scarborough. It's rained every day. We're on our way back to Essex.
Dear.
But one of them wants to be a footballer, one of them wants to be a YouTuber. So can I let them fire away and talk to
you? Yeah, which one? Let's speak to the YouTuber first. Who's that?
Harry.
Harry. Hello, Harry. How are you?
Yeah, good, you?
Okay, I'm good. Firstly, not that you sound nervous, but don't be nervous. Imagine you're on the phone to one of your mates, okay? But don't swear, obviously, Harry. Not that you will at 13. Harry, who you get a clip round there. Who's your football team first, Harry?
Liverpool.
Liverpool, okay. You've got the option to sign a contract for Liverpool today or to have your own YouTube channel and you've got a guaranteed start-up of 5 million subscribers. Which one are you taking?
Hard choice. I've watched YouTube like most of my life, and I've watched Liverpool most of my life, so I'd have to go YouTube because I feel like I get a start of a lot more like opportunities.
Okay. So you'd rather be a YouTuber than a professional footballer?
I think it's mental. Yeah, mental.
Okay.
Brother, that's mental. Love that. Brother,
Who said
that's
that?
mental.
Who said that's mental?
The kid that wants to be a footballer.
Who's that? What's his name?
Roman. I'm Simon's son.
Okay, Roman? Roman, can you hear us?
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Okay, why is that mental?
Because you think, if you're a footballer, you can be a YouTuber at the same time. Like, look at Ben Foster, he's a footballer, he does YouTube.
Yeah, true.
And, like, footballers, it's so much, like, you make so much more money, but I think, like, every time I go watch a game, the footballers, it must feel so nice to get all that, like, fans cheering your name. I couldn't think of anything better.
Okay.
I love that.
Roman, do you often go and watch a football team play, whoever your team is?
I got Liverpool home and away with my dad.
Okay, do you ever struggle to watch the game for a full 90 minutes? Do you get bored?
No, never.
You don't?
Love that.
Okay, well, that's good to hear. All right. Roman and Harry, thanks so much for coming on.
But last thing to say,
Yes?
I would be a YouTuber if you made me play for United.
The cheek of the Ute.
Now listen,
that was a good call.
If you're a young kid playing for Man United, like, do you know what it might be though? Like,
yeah.
We know how big Man United are and what they are. Like, even though we poke fun at each other, they are massive juggernauts, right? But if you're a younger kid, you haven't seen Man United be that club that we've seen for a while.
No.
So you're going to start seeing, I think, in the next 10 to 15 years, more City fans because they have been dominating for.
Of course you will, yeah.
So it's strange how, because my dad tries to explain to me about Leeds from is it the 70s?
Yeah.
And I'm like, really?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they were the team.
Well, that's what I'm saying. When Leeds were trying to get back into the Premier League, right, and not everyone, my generation was like, we want to see Leeds back in Leeds Man United. There will be kids at about 20 years old and they just see Leeds as a championship side.
Yeah, me too. I was like, I remember Leeds in the Premier League with Alan Smith and Jonathan Woodgate, them boys.
Mark Viduka.
But not that the Leeds they were back then.
No.
talkSPORT Drive. Super opinionated sporting debate. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.